This is lesson 6, part 2 of statistics, and we're looking at trimmed means and get rid of outliers. Okay, so we got a data set here. Calculate the mean. All right. Now the first thing we're gonna have to do, because we're gonna have to do the trimmed mean, we need to order these from lowest to highest. And it looks like our lowest is 125, and then 129. 132, 133, 154, 164, 165, 183, 476. Okay, that's a big jump. And 524. That's a big jump. Okay, calculate the mean. So we're going to add these all up and divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll take a calculator, add them all up. 132, 133, 154, 164, 65, 183, 476, and 524, and we get a total of 2,185. And we divide it by 10. So then our average will come out to 218.5, so we'll go to 19. Okay, identify if there are any outliers, and calculate the trim mean. So I see two outliers, 524 and 476. I am going to get rid of both. They just look way higher than these other ones. And then that means I cut the two at the bottom here, and we're left with 132, 133, and so on. So then the trim mean would be 132, 133, 154, 164, 165, and 183 for a total of 931 divided by 6. Okay, divide that by 6, and we get 155. That is a way better mean that represents these numbers. Our mean here is 219. That would put us way up here. Okay, 155 puts us right in the middle, and that's what we want. Okay. Number 2. Calgary, Alberta is known for its Chinook winds, warm winds that blow from the Pacific Ocean and that can raise the temperature significantly over a short period of time. The following table shows the daily high temperatures for 1 week in January during which there was a Chinook wind. And you can see it right here, 15. What was the mean high temperature for the week? Okay, so we're going to take these and add them up and divide by 7. So -12, -14, -5, 15, -8, -10, and -12. So -46. And divide that by 7. And our average daily temperature comes out to minus 6.6. And I am going to go to a decimal place. Okay. And on what day did the Chinook occur? Wednesday. And what is the trim mean of the daily highs? Okay, so we need to take these, order them. So -5 is our lowest. And then, or sorry, that is not our lowest. That's our lowest would be -14. We got two -12s. We got a -10, -8, -5, and 15. Okay, so if we do a trim mean, obviously this 15-degree day is throwing the average off, and that's like we know the average for January is not -6, right? So we will cut that one, and that means we cut -14. So now add those up that are remaining, and we should get a better number for the average temperature. So -47 divided by 5. Yeah, 5. Sorry, that should have been 5, not 7. Okay. -9.4. Okay, that's a better representation of the numbers you see up there. What is the better indicator of the expected daily high in Calgary for a week in January? The trim mean. The 15-degree day skews the mean to a higher value. Okay. Number 3. The annual salaries for employees at Dawn's plumbing store are 15,000, 26,000, 29,000, 27,000, 60,000, and 30,000. So what's the average salary? All right, we'll add them up and divide by 6 because there are 6 salaries there. So 15, 26,000, 29,000, 27,000, 60,000, and 30,000. So 187,000 divided by 6. Our average is 31,167. Okay. Identify any outliers and calculate the trim mean. Okay, so the high one is 60. And also that's going to get rid of the super low one, 15. So we get rid of the high and the low there. Okay, now when we calculate this, we will have, so you could have looked at that like, well, 15,000 is also super low compared to some of the other ones, but then that would also cross out 60,000. So it didn't really matter if you started at the low end or the high end on that one. and 30. Okay. So 112,000 divided by 4 comes out to 28,000. And I would say that's a better indication of the average salary there, just looking at it, right? Explain why there is a difference between the trim mean and the arithmetic mean, which just means the normal one. Um, when we removed 15,000 and 60,000, the mean was a better um, measure of the central tendency. So to end up in the middle of our numbers. All right. That is the end of statistics, lesson 6, part 2.